You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Okay, so if you wanted to start running, Kannan, should you start at a gym or, just go out and tackle the open road? Is there a difference?
In Malaysia, it might make a difference.
Well,
because
no pavement.
Treadmill. Yeah, that as well, and the aircon and the weather and a lot of other things as well. But what I would really advise anyone who's going to start off with is the attire, the kind of shoe, the kind of pavement, and all that stuff.
Yes, that's what Susan wanted to know about. What shoes, what type of shoes do you recommend for running?
To make it simple, you need a running shoe because if it's a cross trainer or a badminton shoe, it doesn't have that absorption. Mm-hmm. And you specifically need a running shoe. Yes.
Yeah. So any brand, just as long as it's running.
Yes,
yeah?
it's running shoe. And there are 3 different types of feet as well. Flat-footed, neutral, or over-pronated, and so you need to choose which kind of shoe that fits your shoe, fits your feet as well.
Okay, so you mentioned running injuries. What are some of the injuries that are common when you are a runner?
As you mentioned earlier about being overweight and you start running, because when you're overweight, you put a lot of pressure on your knee.
Yeah.
So you might have initially you might have a bit of knee
Tenderness,
problems and so on. So you might want to try to reduce your weight before embarking on running. Mm-hmm. So you do that by walking first, brisk walking. Yep. And the common problem that a lot of people have is shin splint.
Okay.
Is in the front of the lower leg.
Yes.
And it's a very, very sharp pain. I've had that before.
Right.
Basically, it happens because you run too fast, too soon, and you're not used to running.
Okay.
So it's a very, very common problem.
Right.
And I'm going to touch on that only because there's other serious problems that can come in if you overdo it, and usually it's because people tend to run fast because they think, I'm running too slow.
Point of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, I hear that running is addictive. Do you think this is true? Can you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it gets, once you get into it, you tend to be a bit more passionate about it. Talking about equipment, you tend to look at shoes that you want to buy. Then you start looking at the running events coming up. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there are running events that leads up to the Standard Chartered KL Marathon as well. So as part of your preparation, then you want to participate in those.
Okay.
And then you start buying stuff relating to running.
Like what? Caps,
your watches,
shirts? Heart rate monitors?
Yeah,
do you
heart
run
rate
with one
monitors.
Of those?
Yeah, polars and
Oh, okay. A polar.
Yeah,
Fleece.
Polar is the watch.
Oh,
it's actually a brand of a heart rate monitor. You have so many different types.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could describe your running experience in one word, what would it be? Can you?
Fun.
Okay, well, that's a good word. It's been said, that many recreational runners are placing undue strain on their bodies, as well as compromising their speed by using the wrong technique. What is this technique that, the experts are talking about?
The technique is it's basically how you run. Mm-hmm. When a lot of people tend to put their steps too far forward and slam and bounce, and that's when the injury is going to come in.
Run like cows in a field.
Yes. In fact, there is a cadence count on the how you run, steps per minute.
Right.
It's 85 to 90 steps per minute. If you can count that, you'll be running very, fast. But that's and in fact, the road show that's going to happen, that I will be involved as a co-host, I will be there to answer any kind of questions. Those who wanna, I will be there to cover all these topics if anyone wanna come over.
Where and when is this road show?
The first one will be end of next week in Penang.
Okay. Where?
In Penang.
Yeah. Where?
Queens Bay Mall. Queens Bay Mall.
Lovely.
Yes, Queens Bay Mall.
All right. And the second one?
The following will be in JB on the 1st and 2nd of May.
Where? Well, while you're looking for that information, I suppose you could answer this question. Getting back to the shoes, wearing proper running shoes, how important is this? And what are the effects of not wearing the proper shoes?
It is very, very important because coming back to injuries, the shin splint itself comes in because of not wearing a proper shoe.
Okay.
That's the first thing that
right.
comes in.
Okay.
Yeah. And the shoe itself usually does not last more than a year.
Yeah, I hear the lifespan of a running shoe is only 500 miles.
Yes, that is, even then, 500 miles if you run every day in a year. If you don't run, if you keep the shoe in the house for 1 year,
That's fine
it's not
then.
counted as you're not running.
Okay.
You still have to throw it away after 1.5 years or 10 a year, actually.
All right.
Because the absorption, the sole becomes hard and, yeah.
Okay. And nutrition also is quite important. How do you ensure you have a balanced diet? What's the usual diet for a runner?
Coming to Malaysia again, it's very difficult for anyone to have a great, diet, but
Or a healthy diet?
a healthy diet, yeah. I wouldn't advise anyone to be very, very serious unless if you're going for winning or anything like that. But have a balanced diet and have your big breakfast early in the morning. But try to avoid all the fattening stuff and have cereals, more for fiber stuff. And some people can't take fibers as well, so you gotta mix it up with fruits and milk and all that stuff.
So how will you know you are fit and ready for a marathon?
If you can run for 1 hour, that's my personal,
Okay.
It's not in the books. I would say if you can run for 1 whole hour, if you're going to do a 10K run, if you can run for 1 whole hour without out of breath and the next day you feel good, you're really good ready for a 10K run, regardless of what's the distance, but if you can go for 1 hour.
Okay. Keen Yew, you've competed professionally in marathons. Tell us more about some of the marathons you've participated in.
Well, the Singapore one.
How many marathons have you participated in?
Only the Singapore ones.
Oh!
Yeah, actually.
But you look so fit!
Thank you.
Genetic, I guess.
All right. So, I mean, we understand that the Standard Chartered Marathon will be held for the first time in Malaysia very soon. When is this?
28th of June.
Uh-huh.
The full marathon will start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And obviously we'll have the half marathon after that, and then the 10K and the 5K. We have the family runs as well, and the kids dash as well.
Okay. And you started training for that?
Only on weekends at the moment. I'm not as disciplined as Kannan is, but I think training will start to pick up as it gets closer to the date.
Right. Okay. So if you would like to take part in the marathon, where can we get more information, contact details, and things like that?
You can log on to the website, which is www.kl-marathon.com, or you can just walk into any of our Standard Chartered Bank branch
to register, right?
To register, yeah.
Or
Is
you
there,
can come
is there
to
a
the
fee?
There is a fee depending on what you
Category.
intend. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, you come for the road show, which is going to be happening in Penang, JB, and KL. In fact, on the KL road show, which is going to be on the 23rd and 24th of May in Wan Utama, actually, and JB, as I said, is on the 1st and 2nd of May. Tabrau City Mall, if I'm not wrong. It's
Is the JB location?
Yeah, you can actually sign up there as well.
Right.
Because we're reaching out to people out of KL. And from what I got, especially when it comes to races like this in the running community, they're looking forward for great races.
Yeah, there are running enthusiasts out there.
Yes, and when my friend came back from Singapore Marathon, Standard Chartered Singapore Marathon, they were like, wow. And that's when I was like, wish I could have it something like that in Malaysia, and now that they have, and I'm really excited about this actually.
Okay, well, June is not that far off. Get
Yeah.
training, okay?
If you have a base fitness for if you're doing 3 to 5 times a week, a regular exercise, 1 hour, half an hour, you just need about 3 months. You should be able to be good enough to finish a 21K or 42K. Depends on your fitness as well. So it doesn't really have to be 9 months if you want to do a full marathon. As long as you're fit, you're keeping yourself, an hour 3 times a week, fitness, doing anything, cardiovascular, weight training, a little bit here and there, should be good enough, really.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Well, I wish you guys all the best, and you get training now, Keen Yew. And of course, this is the big picture. And if you want more details, you can log on to the website. Once again, it's www.kl
KL-marathon, marathon.com.
You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.